Hey, what's up, gang? It's me, the Great What If, back from another video, and this is What If Deku was an Archangel. Now, me and the community been talking for a while, in Discord as well, link below. I've been, so close to fucking 5K. I wasn't planning on making anything special, but now, I don't know what to say. We're literally that close. So, it will mean the world to me, alright? It will mean the whole world to me if you just subscribe and hit that bell, alright? That's all you have to do. Also, I don't know what my 5K special is going to be, so, comment down below what it's going to be, alright? I have no idea. And yeah. Also, I want to thank you, to my weebs out there, my bakas, and also my haters. I love you all individually. No homo. And yeah. I don't know what else to say, so I'm fucking happy as shit. And I hope you enjoy this what if as much as I do, and hope we can grow more as a community. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you all later. I'll let future me take care of this. As day breaks, the sun slowly peering over the horizon. Izuku standing there with his 6 wings peering upwards, holding his sword covered in blood and mash. His eyes open wide as tears start to flow over and just fall towards his cheeks. His lip cut, bruises around his body. Parts of his clothing is just tattered and cut. Tears still flow though. His hair, white, luscious hair, still a little bit with red. Izuku's standing over the bodies of his own brethren, the ones they have called family for many generations, or, well, over millions of years to be exact. He's thinking of what he has done, even though they were traitors to the Heavenly Council. It felt so wrong to kill the people that he had known for so long, as their blood steeped into his boots. Just walking over them felt like it was just disrespectful. His wings tattered and scarred from all the slices of blades that he has taken upon. He's just shivering there, but not by fear, but by, well, sadness and loss. Though they have been traitors, or labeled traitors, rebels against heaven, followers of Lucifer, Izuku still contemplated on what he has done and what he could have done better. Help them realize what they have done was horrible. He just stood there. An exact image of this imprinted in his mind for that he can never forget. Even after millions of years pass, and even if he tries to forget it, it'll always be imprinted in his mind. And it can't be easily erased just like that. The screams, the torment, everything. As the white feathers blew against rose by the wind, Izuku didn't know what to do. He was lost, hopeless. This isn't love. This isn't what heaven is. This is just a battlefield of blood and just gore. As he felt a slight warmth on his shoulder, Izuku slowly turning and seeing Michael. Hidden shakes out of his hole state and says, how, um, is it over yet? Are we done? Michael says, no, Izuku. This is just one of the many battles that we will face today. And we will keep on facing to take down Lucifer. Come on. We can still keep on pushing. Izuku just shaking, saying, why? Why did they do it? Why did they betray us? For Lucifer. Why did they just... Why? Michael slowly looks towards Izuku, saying, I can't give you a good reason, Izuku. You must find it on your own. Or, it could be simply put that they did not believe in God. And it will never believe in Him. Only us will believe, not them. You know the reason why Lucifer wants the title of God so badly, right? As Izuku responds saying, yeah, how could I never forget? He wanted to be the pinnacle of everything because he was Dad's perfect masterpiece. And it just angers me, but knowing that there's people actually supporting him and thinking that he could be a god, this is an outrage. But these are people that we know. Michael, we know these people. We met, we talked to each other, we were like family, but... And Michael just looks at Zuko saying, and what? From the moment that they have betrayed us, they aren't called family. Lucifer is no longer your oldest brother or eldest. I am now. Let's go. We have more to kill. And Izuku just says, why? Why did God give me even the title of hope and love? And all I could do is just spread madness and death. Michael started to fly up in the sky and says, God has a plan. He's giving you that title for a reason. Don't forget it. As he turns around and just begins to fly away towards the direction where the little army of angels, or the rebellious angels that came from, towards the nest of Lucifer. And Izuku started to fly up slowly and says, I'll get the answers from you, dear brother. I want to hear from you. Why? Why the hell did you do this? We were just perfect. You were always playing around. You with that smile. That love with each other. We were family. But yet you betray us for a stupid reason? To defy our Father? To hold the title of God? No, I want to hear from you. From your own damn words. I want to hear it from you. As he clutches his sword, it begins to fly towards Michael, heading towards Lucifer and his little army. A couple, days pass, and the battle between the rebellious angels against, angels. Michael led his army to attack Lucifer's. They both attacked and attacked until one final showdown appeared at the gate of heaven. That will lead to the Silver City, their hometown, their home, and the center of heaven itself. As Michael hovers alongside with Izuku, Uriel, and Gabriel, Raphael as well, all of them, looking towards Lucifer. Lucifer begins to smile and laugh hysterically, saying that his little brothers won't even stand a chance against him, and they should just bow down to him right here and now. And Michael responds saying, Lucy, it's time for you and everyone here to go back to the pits of hell where you came from. How dare you disrupt this heavenly place and just say it so profoundly that you're becoming God? Do you listen to yourself? For once in your life, Lucy, stop being so ignorant. Stop thinking about yourself. And Lucy begins to chuckle and smile, saying that he didn't care for any of us. He just saw us as pawns for his little game against God. Michael begins to clench his fist, his sword brighten up more with the fury. He wanted to strike down Lucy. And everyone else alongside him, well, Michael, they wanted to cut down Lucy and his army for even defying God, for even speaking his name in such a way that it will, sound so horrendous. Izuku wanted to know for a fact what he said was true. He got the answer that he wanted, but he didn't know what else to say. He couldn't believe that his older brother that he looked up over the millions of years that they have played around with each other, laughed and smiled, and he held these dark secrets inside him that he didn't even know. Izuku couldn't feel love or sympathy for Lucy anymore. Who knows how many times Lucy has lied towards Izuku, or even lied about his smile, or how many times Lucy just loved Izuku for being his little brother. Being lied to through your whole life, being shattered right in front of you by the words that he's spatting out of his mouth. Izuku couldn't feel nothing, no love or sympathy for Lucy anymore, for all that has faded away into darkness. But he is the Archangel of Hope. He wants to see if there's even a little tiny bit of hope for Lucy to change his ways, to talk to Father, and just change his path. For what he's going through right now is far worse than anyone has ever imagined. And Lucy begins to rile up his little army and charge against Michael. Michael charged with his army, and Uriel and Gabriel and Raphael, alongside of Izuku, charged along with him, cutting down those rebellious angels, cutting their wings off and making them fly towards the earth. As they fall down, they look like, well, a shooting star. Their body firing up, going down to the pits of Tartarus, each and every one of them. Even the ones who were trying to fight against the rebellious angels, those who have been cut down, sadly fall down to that pit as well. Izuku cut down few of them. He held no empathy for them, for they only want power for themselves, and he found no hope in them. So he cut them down relentlessly, cutting off their wings, making them fall. As he cut down most of them, Lucy transformed into a dragon and charged right at Michael. With his long mouth and sharp teeth, Lucy went for the kill and tried to crunch on Michael. Michael put his sword between Lucy's mouth, trying not to get chomped by his large jaw. He cut Lucy's tooth a little and tried to get out of the way, trying to get a little bit of advantage. He is the strongest warrior in heaven. He wants to prove everyone that he holds the power to vanquish evil and bring peace to heaven. He will bring down Lucy. As he dodges few of Lucy's attacks and his huge fire-breathing breath, he went straight up in the air, putting a sword, pointing it straight towards the sun. Holding it with his two hands on the handle, it begins to slash and attack Lucy relentlessly and just stab him right at the abdomen, and just ripping apart his wings. And Lucy fell alongside with his rebellious army. Lucy screamed throughout the whole part, falling and falling and falling towards the darkest pit of hell. Everyone celebrated in the fact that they have conquered evil. But Izuku looked at Lucy while he fell. As everyone was celebrating, Izuku did not take his eyes off Lucy as he fell, hoping that he could see a little bit of light in his eyes before he, fades away. But he hasn't. He's seen that red glare before he just goes away. Izuku felt hopeless that he couldn't even help his own brother, hoping that, he would have at least a little light inside of him that could change him in any way, even if it's just a little tiny bit. But no, he was wrong. After that, they celebrated. A huge, party went on. Izuku took no part of it. He slaughtered his own friends, some that he already knew very well, and he regretted. He didn't want to kill them. He hesitated a few times, causing him to have a bunch of scars on his wings, making him so tattered, it's almost like he could just fall. Izuku stayed in his room, hoping that no one could ever just leave him alone. Izuku just felt hopeless. He felt annoyed that everyone is just celebrating and parading that they have killed those who mean so much to them at heart, but in reality they didn't mean much at all to the others. So much for being the archangel of hope and love. He couldn't even bring hope to those he has slaughtered. Who knows how many he has killed? But he has to move on forward to the bitter end, even if he doesn't like it. Things must go forward. Yusi wants to destroy humanity as well. And Izuku took an appeal with humans. He liked how they would go on with their daily lives, spreading their love and hope with others, but there's always a hint of people out there who are evil and mysterious. Izuku wanted to know what was their root, what caused them to be this. And there was many roots, in fact, some that he had found disturbing. But he can't change them. They can only change themselves, even if they don't know how to. For the next millions of years, Izuku would just watch as humans, go on with their daily lives. But he noticed a hint of well, difference. He noticed that the humans were more different than usual. They began to experience abnormalities and paranormal things that Izuku didn't even know. He was thinking on how these humans even acquired this type of power. Did they make a deal with the devil or something? No, they wouldn't. Although they do have desires, and they will go through lengths to get it. But no, it seems quite different. Slowly over years, people start to gain powers mysteriously, and then more and more, from a 20% to 40% to 60%, then now to the era of 80% of the world having powers such as quirks, different abilities, some that are even supernatural, just overwhelming. Izuku just watched as he kept notes and just wrote it all in a huge scroll. He went to see God, but his guards would just block the entrance and not let even Izuku, one of the Archangel's supreme, the Supreme Archangel, not even in, without permission. Izuku wanted to talk to his father, tell him what's going on out there. How is this even happening? Did he give them blessing or something? How is this even possible? Only us are allowed to have this kind of power. But as many times as he went to go and talk to him, he refused. Either if he couldn't or he doesn't even want to. Izuku wanted to know why he isn't putting a stop to this. This is the imbalance of power. What's going on? But he refused. So Izuku got frustrated enough that he would go down there and investigate himself. He started to go to Earth secretly, not letting his brothers even know about it. He would go there occasionally, sometimes in a different form, either as an animal or different types of, human beings. Since other people had different types of appearances, Izuku didn't really much, need to change his form. But he did notice that some of them were crying when he was around them, so Izuku thought of a way to, get a new form. He turned his once white, vibrant hair into green. He turned his eyes green, representing the grass, such as Mother Earth and everything. So he thought about that. He would know more about the human mind and everything. He liked the knowledge of these humans. He quite, took a more of an approach. He wanted to know more and more about them. He was so curious. He discovered quirks, how they had this built-up society of heroes and villains. It was actually quite entertaining. And he could always feel a kind of density in the air wherever he goes. Sometimes it would be calming, sometimes soothing, other times downright terrifying. But Izuku would always keep on a smile, and would always do that. One day, when he went to go and, decided to get something to eat, he never tried and tasted human food for the first time. He just talked and tried to gather out knowledge and went back to heaven and just went back and just did a whole circle. But he never actually tasted the food. He did see a bunch of humans eat and, he was kind of curious on what, it tastes like. So he went to a coffee shop, sat on a chair and asked for whatever they recommend. And, Izuku had this calming aura around it that other people who were just sitting right next to Izuku would just feel this heavenly, just like all their stress and everything would just go gone, like there and dead. Even some of the waiters, the ladies and everything, they were looking at Zuko in a type of way. They've been saying, that boy is actually pretty cute, not gonna lie. He looks so cool. And he would just, have a little charm, which kind of, Izuku likes a little. But, anyways, it was his first time eating actual human food, so he wanted to dig in. Once the waiter came out and just served Izuku a nice molten chocolate with a cherry on top. It's actually multi-layered with a little hint of vanilla in each layer. Izuku didn't know what it was or how to eat it properly, since he doesn't really need to eat or sleep. But, anyways, he wanted to at least enjoy this food. The waiter brought up a little cup of coffee as well. Izuku was wondering, did it come with the chocolate and everything? And, the man says, no. The ladies over there, gave this to you. And Izuku just looked and sees, a group of ladies, just waving at Izuku. And Izuku, he waves back awkwardly and says, humans are so, cute. No, I shouldn't think about that. I'm an angel. God, what will Michael think of me? Anyways, how do I eat this properly? Do I eat it with my hand? No, I heard that would be very disrespectful. And his fork. I might as well try it. So he grabs a fork and just begins to, eat. While eating and drinking his cup of coffee, he would hear a slight cry. Someone is crying, weeping. He has ultra range sound that he can hear very, very far away, and he can pinpoint where it actually is. Izuku would just concentrate on hearing the sound while sipping his cup of coffee, saying, "Why? I tried so hard. Why does everyone look at me so weird? Is it because of my quirk? No. I acted so kind to everyone. I just wanted to raise their spirits, but yet, why can't they not do that to me? Why? Why am I not strong enough to do anything? Why am I so weak? Why does everyone look at me so weird? My own parents like me. Maybe it's fine to jump. Maybe I might find something better than this hellish nightmare." And Izuku just spat out his cup of coffee, jumped up and says, "No, don't!" And everyone just looked at him saying, "Huh? What the hell's wrong with him? Huh? Is he alright?" And Izuku's like, I'm sorry." And he just says, "Thank you very much for the meal. I'm sorry if I couldn't finish it all. I have to go." And he just vanishes right there and then. As he vanishes, the waiter comes out saying, you didn't pay." And he looks down and sees a golden coin. He says, "Oh, whoa, holy shit. This could worth a lot. Holy shit, is this actually real? No way." And Izuku, he is, on top of the clouds. His wings sprout out. All 6 in total. As he just flies over the whole city, trying to pinpoint where the sound is coming from. And as he sees a very tall building, he sees a girl with horns. Her skin is pink. So vibrant. Izuku dived down and wanted to know for a fact what was going on first. But as he was about to dive down, he saw the girl jump. Izuku knows for a fact that humans could die from this height, even if they don't have, a good quirk or not. even if they don't have a powerful power, so more or less. So Izuku dived down and grabbed her, swept her off, right as she was about to hit the ground. Izuku brought her up, up, up in the air. And she was closing her eyes during this whole time. As Izuku got over the clouds, she slowly started to open her eyes, and she started to dazzle. Her eyes sparkled and says, Are you an angel? And Izuku just looks at her with a big smile, saying, You can call me Izuku. Izuku Midoriya. And that's where I'm going to end up, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Also, future me, play the outro.